because that's pretty scary there, David. All right, so yeah, let's just get our qualifying going here. Pole's 30.2, and I was 4/10 off of that. I know we can get a lot better though. Let's see here. Oh, I know you said that Kevin Harvick wouldn't make it, but I mean, let's be honest, I wasn't expecting that either. So, no, I know you called it. I know you called it. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Okay, so coming off of turn 4, Kentucky, now a dead track. Crossing the line. You want to just skim the yellow line and then take it as far deep as possible. Quick off throttle moment right there. Just let the car naturally drift on up as we go off of turn 2. Very, very loose moment. If you are on worn tires right there, looking for the grass on the left, arc it into there, touch the yellow line optimally. There we go. Ride it a little bit, up, 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 and away. As you go off turn 4, let it naturally carry you up through the turn and to the line.
How do you think we measured up?
669. Nice. Good enough for P12. You were watching the election until I saw you went live? Oh, well. I honestly had to kind of stop watching the election. I'm just like, you know, we'll just let it run. We'll let it run its course. Honestly, I feel like it was just an average cold. Well, that's good. Not scary, but feel like I'm on the upswing. Well, that's good. I mean, well, it's bad that they think it may be the COVID, but if you think it's just a common cold, then perfect. That's all we really need. A lot of people in the 32, surprisingly. It's actually a lot of people. Yes, P12, so basically right around our average starting spot. And we actually get moved up a place. Yeah, the test kind of sucked. Was it the oral one? I'm assuming it was. So yeah, welcome everyone. We have the Quaker State 400 at Kentucky on docket today. As I hiccup right there, I'm sorry, I've been drinking too much coffee. Hiccup. Professional commentary. So what we are racing here is a little bit of a mess. No, I felt like they stabbed my brain through the nose. Oh, that's even worse. It was the nasal one. So yeah, thanks for person by the name of Left Turn Productions for this setup. So hopefully we can bring it to victory lane. Honestly, I just want to finish. We have honestly, I just want to finish because that's no idea left. If you may recall, the last race we were here, and with 20 to go, we DNF'd. So hopefully we can avoid that today. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. Dang. Because Harvey. Okay, so David, yeah, I'm sorry, man. Like seriously, thoughts and prayers to you. I mean, hopefully it comes up negative, but if you think it's the common cold, then that's all we need to worry about. In terms of Harvick, though, we're running that beautiful Mountain Dew paint scheme that Chase used in the dual race. Not dual race. I lied. The shootout. And if you're just now popping in, welcome. We are green flag here at Kentucky, and I have I think, a very good shot at getting a top 10. It's going to be a bit of a uphill battle, though, because Kentucky is consistently one of my worst tracks. On Heat 3, if I recall correctly, we finished, I think, 12th, and that was our best shot. We finished 21st in Heat 4, so if we can just better that, then we'll be good. If the race ended right now, like one lap, all right, stream over, then we will definitely beat that. But I think with this setup, we can definitely do it. It's just going to be an uphill battle because Kentucky AI are just so strong. NASCAR saying, can we appreciate Kyle doing a 360? Oh yeah, after Kevin Harvick wrecked him. I mean, it wasn't even like blatant. It was just straight up, nah, I'm just wrecking him. I'm trying to get this championship 4 playoff berth, and I'm gonna wreck a number 18 in order to do it. He was close to doing it, but no, Kyle pulled a 360. Yes, he wasn't happy, but ooh, that is 3 wide. I didn't realize that was 3 wide. Tony, come on, you need to tell me these things.
Got one outside now.
Yes, I know I got 1, but like, how about the 2 outside? Sublime, how you doing today? Chase Elliott, dude. Chase Elliott showing why he is the new up-and-coming superstar. 3 wide action at Kentucky. Name a more iconic trio. Oh man, look at this back. Look at 3x3 back there. I do not want to be Kyle Busch right now. He is stuck in the middle. He is the meat in that, what, that 4 wide. 4 wide is what the AR are doing right now. Are we going to ignore how big of a baby he is, though? Oh, I mean, like, okay. I'll give credit where credit's due. Literally, I was actually really proud of how happy he was in order to get a in order to get that win at Texas. So like, oh, I thought you were talking about Kyle. Yeah, Chase though. Are we gonna recommend this week? That was Alan Gustafson. That was not Chase. That was Alan. I know exactly what you're talking about. That was Alan saying that.
All clear.
Alright, I'm gonna block Boyer, but I guess we're just gonna let Chris Buescher get to our inside, and that's probably gonna be our downfall here. He got to my left rear quarter panel. I have a tire going down.
Left side, all clear.
Alright, there we go. Able to actually hold it off right there. Man, the top 5 are gone. I have no idea how they were able to do it. Kurt Busch, though, leading the charge for Chevrolet up there. If Chase wins the championship with my buying a t-shirt, I will buy a freaking diecast. What are you talking about? I will buy that championship diecast in a heartbeat. As soon as it's up for pre-order online and all, oh my god, you know that I am willing to spend money on that 1x24. I mean, he has a legit shot at winning it. I don't know why it went up. I thought Brad was going to be a lot slower. I thought he was going to check up, honestly. But no, essentially I just moved out of the way for Brad. Okay, Brad, have fun. Everyone knows Joey's winning Phoenix. It's all his. Ooh. Those are fighting words. Honestly, okay, real talk, chat. This is me not being a Chase Elliott fan. This is me being practical and looking at all 4 of the championship contenders and saying that all 4 of them have a shot. I mean, they are... Yo, Luck for now. How you doing today, man? Yo, it has been a while, man. How are you doing? Okay,
Still
Matt.
there.
Tell you what, though, I am a little tight. I know throughout the run it's going to loosen up. At least, hopefully, fingers crossed. So back down to P10 now. But I've been doing really good, Luck for now. Been trying to, well, finish a... Oh, wow, what? Did I just Kurt Busch that outside wall right there? Just kind of bounce off and just be on our way? But, no, real talk, though. I feel, looking at the past performance of all the 4 championship contenders, and I can say that all 4 of them have a really good shot at making it. I think, probably, if I were to be a betting man, it would go in this order. Alright, so these are my... Here's Private Patton's championship thoughts. I think Denny's going to take it. I will be that guy that says I think Denny Hamlin will probably pull one out of his ass. And then it's going to be Joey. And then Chase is going to finish 3rd. Not 3rd in the race, but 3rd in the championship. And then Brad Keselowski. But that goes to, I think, honestly, all 4 of them have a shot. If the cards, like, it comes down to a late race caution, and all 4 of them are, like, the first 4 spots, oh my god, you know, 2, at least 2 of them are going to be taken. David says, Hamlin not being penalized, Hamlin not being penalized. Oh, for being told Eric Jones. I don't know. That's such a tough call. because you can't really. I know the radio transmission was by no. Are you like you are not allowed to pass the 11? And that was the radio transmission. But I honestly think that you can't really prove that he was following it. You know, he was making looks, because this isn't quite like Spin Gate, where Clint Boyer literally just like, hey, I bet your arm's itching, you better scratch it, and then spins out. You know, that's blatantly obvious. You know, but you can't really prove that Eric Jones was holding back, because he did get side by side. He was tapping him. You know, I mean, so on and so forth. I know it's a really tough call. It's a really tough call to make. And us as NASCAR fans, I think, look at that and just immediately think of Spin Gate. I know I honestly think it's a tough call. But look, for now, saying he didn't get penalized because he never said it. Joe Gibbs was the one that said, if anything, he should be fined. Well, I mean, if we go back to Spin Gate, Truex was the one that was taken out of the playoffs. Michael Waltrip Racing was penalized, record-setting at that time. What was it, like $500,000 or something like that, $250,000, something like that. It was hefty. Basically took him right out of contention, and basically any money that they could have spent on R&D was no longer a thing. Denny would have made it anyways. Well, the thing is, if Denny was on the downward spiral. What the argument here was, the reason why Harvick went for the desperation move is that he needed that 1 point because he was going to win that tiebreaker. But if Hamilton was I'm getting ahead of myself. If Jones was able to pass him, then he wouldn't have needed to make that desperation move. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Ooh, that was just he'll be fine.
Clear left.
They enter just so high. I'm just like, what are you doing? Why are you riding my door? Chris Buescher. He's fine though. He's fine. He's right there. He only lost 11. Wait, if I can talk. He only lost like 1 spot. It's fine. But like seriously, like he's riding my door going into turn 3. Like, you know, there's an entire lane down there, my guy. I'm trying to turn in as well. I just was not expecting him to be there. Sorry, I wasn't trying to take him out. Oh wow, 58 right there. That really upset the car. Yeah, David is saying Harvick would have won the tiebreaker. Absolutely correct. And that's why, so like, it was a weird set of circumstances, which, like I said, you can't really prove one way or the other, because the telemetry says that he was doing everything in his power to try to get that spot. Which, by the way, welcome everyone. If you're just now popping in, we're on 20 laps down of this 267 lap race, the Quaker State 400 at Kentucky. We are racing as the hopefully future 2020 champion, Chase Elliott, in this lovely, sexy Mountain Dew Zero scheme, the one that he raced in the shootout, or the Clash is what it's called now. I still call it the Clash shootout. I think, but that's because old habits die hard, honestly. But yeah, this Mountain Dew Zero is one sexy ass scheme, and we are trying with all of our might to actually have a good finish, because we've DNF'd 2 out of the 3 races, so bring us down to 8th in points, so we definitely need to step up our game as we enter the second half of the season towards the summer stretch if this was a regular schedule. I take anyone but Denny, honestly, says David, when being asked who's your honest pick. Honestly, I as much as I hate it, as much as I hate to say it, I honestly do think that Denny will probably have the best shot at Phoenix, and that's only because when the pressure's on, I think he will have a better composure than everyone else. That being said, if it comes to raw aggression, then it comes to Logano. If it comes to long stretches, then Brad Keselowski, and then Chase has been very off and on at Phoenix. He is his own worst enemy when it comes to Phoenix. So I can't really say where I put him, but I really do think any of the four have a good shot. I try so hard to like Chase, but he makes it so difficult. Oh, well, because of his personality. Just like every driver in the Final Four but Denny. And then honest pick, I think Logano would win because he is the defending winner at Phoenix. But Denny also won last fall as well. But that was that's going to be with a completely different package. So, because remember, we used the low horsepower, high downforce package last year at Phoenix. So, honestly, like I said, it's anyone's guess. But perhaps if the leader right now is any indication, Brad Keselowski will win this race. Love pronounces, look, like I'm from Dawsonville, Georgia, and hearing that ring every time made me not like him. Oh my god! But that's like the joy in it, though. To hear the siren, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's see as we get towards halfway. What does this car need right now? We're still really tight. If anything, we need, I don't know, the tire wear says otherwise. Definitely think we need to lower the right front just a hair, probably like a pound or so, and loosen up just a tick. Maybe like a tick or two. Living a mile from it makes your ears ring. But maybe, I don't know. We have a new leader yet again. Kyle Busch is now up in front. So I don't know what's going on up here, but it's a lot better racing than what it is back there. And now Brad Keselowski's back in the lead. I mean, but I don't know. Joey Logano is the defending winner of the race at Phoenix, and that's with the newest, or that's with the low downforce, high horsepower package. But at the same time, that was with practice, different track conditions, different season, who knows? When it comes to no practice, though, I want to say Denny. So I'm just gonna hold it to, if it comes down to long run pace, as in hypothetically speaking, no cautions except for comp caution, stage 1, stage 2, then my pick's Brad. If it comes to raw aggression, like a late race restart, my pick's Joey. And this is all hypothetically saying that they're all first through fourth, If it comes to just pure pace, because without practice, that's usually Denny. But Chase is the wild card, because like I said, his stats are all over the place at Phoenix. He had that great second place run way back in 2017. But ever since then, he kind of floundered. Well, not really. He, in the spring of 2018, he actually did get a top 5, so there we go. But he's the upset. And you can make the argument that Chase is the underdog going into this championship 4. But actually, question for everyone in chat: what is I know we're talking about the Cup Series right now, but out of curiosity, what does everyone think about the Truck and Xfinity Champ 4? I mean, like, I'm looking at the Truck Championship 4, and GMS literally has 3 out of the 4. Like, what? 3 out of the 4, 75% chance of getting a title, with Thorsport being that other 25%. Austin Hill got ripped, ripped personally. Oh my god, yeah. Martinsville didn't even give him a chance. But you know, the thing is, he's had, much like Kevin Harvick, you know, he's had a stellar season, you know, in terms of raw pace and just laps led, he has been the guy. You know? But, you know, no one ever talks about the Truck Series. One of my favorite series, if you ask me. I think Zane Smith could take the Truck Champs as luck for now. Zane, oh man. I mean, like, the thing is, we have so many new faces up here. We can't really make a comparison because, I don't know. Like, I want to say, because Brett Moffitt won the race last year. I mean, so, like, I know he has a good chance. Yeah, Martinsville said the regular season was saying, you're out of here. Well, except for Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe actually had a solid, like, it wasn't stellar, but he had a solid day at Martinsville. That's because he was already locked in, so he was just like, oh, whew. Honestly, if he didn't win at Las Vegas, Kansas probably would have took him out. Like, let's be honest. Or not Kansas, Texas. If he didn't win at Kansas, Texas probably would have taken him out.
Right side, all clear.
Right side. Boyer's nowhere near me, Tony.
Clear all around.
Here's Timmy Hill. Timmy, let me get underneath you. Thank you.
Still there. All clear.
From Boyer trying to take the outside. Kind of lose a little bit of momentum because I had to swap lanes, but I think I'm still going to be able to get ahead of Clint, or stay ahead of Clint is what I meant to say. Trying to adjust my line a little bit, kind of run the middle. So I can still charge the entry, but still have that momentum on exit. Because right now it looks like we're kind of on pace with the cars behind. But even then, it's barely. Like, we're basically all running the same lap times right now. Ooh, but as I say that, but anyway, so, like, as much as I want to say, like, Clint, or not, that, like, Sheldon Creed, who has been having a career year this season, is going to take home the title, I don't know. I want to say Brett Moffitt, but, like, we don't have that many stats. Like, if it comes to raw pace, then it's Sheldon Creed. If it comes to aggression, then no, actually no. If it comes to aggression, that's granted. He will just straight up move you out of the way. If it comes to like strategy, I think that's gonna be Brett Moffitt. I mean, there's just so many variables. I'm so looking forward to Friday night. I'm looking forward to every race, honestly. Who's everyone's Xfinity picks? I mean, because as much as I want to go for my boy Allgaier, I think that at Reddit's golden boy, Chase Briscoe, will take it. I think he has had the most time to prepare, and that same can be said for all the championship four that have been in. So, like, Brett Moffitt have had the most time to prepare. Joey Logano has had the most time to prepare. Chase Briscoe, I think, has the most time to prepare for this race. And essentially, he has nothing to lose. I mean, it's win, and then, you know, before moving to Cup, you have an Xfinity title. at the same time, Justin Allgaier is so good at Phoenix. He is what? He won there not 2 years ago because Bell won that. But he won there last year in a must-win scenario in order to make the Final Four, and he did. Yes, it was his only win that year, but still, he was able to do it. So, like, I think the favorite going into this race has to be Allgaier, but at the same time, okay, what lane do I choose here?
Still there.
Okay, that was no contact. Okay, we're good. But at the same time, I feel like Chase and his raw pace, Chase's pace has to be. You can't count him out. Welcome back, NASCAR. We're just kind of going through the different series and seeing what everyone's picks are for each series. My pick for trucks is going to be Brett Moffitt. If I were to choose one person, I would say Brett Moffitt. If I were to choose Phoenix, I'll have to say Chase Briscoe. And then for Xfinity. And then for Cup, probably Denny. But these are my preliminary thoughts. Going, like, of course, since we don't have practice, we can't really use that to our advantage. We can only go off of previous performance and their run earlier in the year. So, yeah, tell me what do you guys think? Who's your picks for Xfinity? Now we gotta be coming up on our pit stop here soon. No, I can guarantee there's gonna be a caution before that. There's always a caution before our first green flag stop. Always, like not even a question. I'm willing to bet money that there's going to be a yellow before our first green flag stop. This is always how it goes. We're going to go probably with 10 to go left in our tank, and that's when it's going to fly. So about 6 laps. I am willing to bet money because I know this game.
Clear to the right.
My picks are Zane, Justin, and Chase. Oh, spicy. Wow, you actually go for 2 of my guys in Xfinity and Cup. Okay. I see, the thing is, you guys may be wondering why I'm not rooting for my guys. I'm always rooting for my guys. I'm just being realistic here. If I was a realistic kind of guy, I would say my picks are based on previous performance as well as what they've done in the previous races. The statistically best candidate. I won't say Canadian. I'm gonna say that's not right. Because I know Justin Allgaier is so good at Phoenix, but at the same time, I know Justin Allgaier. I know how Justin in the 17 performs when they're under pressure. They crack and they crumble, and it sucks. But so many times this season, they crack and crumble. Like, let's see, Texas. All Justin Allgaier had to do was literally come off of turn 2, follow the blend line, and he would have won that race, and he didn't. Charlotte, all he had to do was not wreck, and he would have won that race, and he didn't. You can also make an argument for him at what's it called? Through like all of his races that he made mess ups at, which is basically like almost all of them. That as long as he just kept it clean, minded his P's and Q's, he would have had a shot to win. Because like much like Ross in the Xfinity series, he has so many top tens because he drives best when he's mad. Much like Chase, if you get him mad, he drives like a bat out of hell. And that's what I like about Justin Allgaier, is that like when you light that fire under his butt, he will drive. Sometimes he makes a stupid move like he did at Kansas. I have no idea. I still, to this day, chat, have no idea what he was doing. What were you trying to do? Going underneath the apron, going 4 wide, and wrecking half the field. Like, what were you doing? Does NASCAR? Hang on, 1 second. Let me get onto the back stretch before I read that comment, or else I know I'm gonna wreck. Oh, hey, speaking of Kevin, there he is. This Kevin fixes playoff system at What Happened to Harvick. I mean, I've gone on record saying that, they are. I don't think they should, because in my previous stream, I went on an entire escapade on why I think the playoff system is fine the way it is. Doesn't mean I personally prefer the season-long points, but I think it's fine just the way it is. Because I think we fix, or I use that with air quotes, attempt to fix problems that aren't there. We have gone through too many formats, and Erica Stepp said it beautifully. With every change in the championship itself loses legitimacy. Which, think about it, you know, and like we changed the system basically every 4 years. So by that study, we are in for a change. Everyone, oh, Harvick is a lock for the champ. Well, I mean, yes, I know you called it, but let's be real. Let's be real. Like, who would have thought that he was gonna blow in basically like a 70-point lead, you know? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna essentially just kind of go on my rant again, but shortened down, like a Reader's Digest version. Essentially what I'm saying is the playoff system does have that sense of consistency where you have this big 26-long season, okay? Perfect. You know, that's how you get into the playoffs. Okay, perfect, awesome. And then you have 3 mini-seasons. Round of 16, round of 12, and the round of 8. Well, and then the one race, you know, winner take all. You know, take the booty or lose your hootie. Anyway, so having that in mind, you still need to have that sense of consistency. Harvick had all these playoff points that he earned from the regular season in his back pocket. And for anyone that is a advocate for year-long points, essentially it's saying, like, oh, you know, you've won X amount of times, which he did. He has that points buffer where if he has a bad race, he isn't going anywhere. Okay, well, he blew that in the round of 8 by finishing bad at Texas and finishing bad at Martinsville. Well, I mean, because of that, you basically had one race that you can effectively just blow, you know, and just be like, oh, you know, I can just basically not show up and be fine. Of course, I mean, I'm being a little out there when I say that, but I mean, you get what I'm saying, though. Consistency is key, especially when you get to the different rounds. You need to be on point every single race, because when it comes to the playoffs, you can't rely on having one bad race. Yes, it's there in your back pocket, but you can't rely on it. Oh, by the way, we should be pitting next time by. Actually, you know what? We're just going to pit this time.
You're running on fumes out here. Slow down.
So drifty. So drifty through there. So yeah, we're gonna make a good move now. We're going to drop this down half. I changed my mind right there. So yeah, essentially, you know, that's just what I'm saying. I'm still gonna drink my coffee. And yes, I am still drinking coffee at 12:20 at night. Don't at me. And I have a nice drink of water. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. I feel like I always like swallow too loud. Whenever that happens, I hope I don't sound disgusting. Oh man, Maddie D, you leading now? You go, Maddie. Who's coming back to you this year? Here is a. This will be the first championship 4 that doesn't have Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, or MTJ. Wow, really? That is a fun fact. Man, really floaty through the corner, but oh, it's fast. It's fast though. Alright, so P12. So we have the undercut, not by much over William Byron. I see Kevin Harvick back there in 15. What are you doing that back there, boy? This ain't Martinsville.
Broken. That lap was the best.
Alright. Nice lap, nice lap. Like, it really just is very floaty through turn 1. Like, the back end just steps on out, but, like, it's not free enough to be like, oh yeah, it's loose. Or it's not tight enough to be like, oh, it's planted to the ground, you know, and plowing. You know, it's just very floaty. But, Chad, I'm just want to make sure. Do you guys understand what I'm saying, though? Like,
Great job, driver.
yes, I am an advocate for year-long points, but I think the playoffs add that level of intensity. And, I mean, let's be honest, it's all entertainment. Every race matters. Not even mentioning that the playoffs themselves are an honor to get smaller teams that much more, well, I mean, I guess spotlight.
On the bottom here.
Because think about it, in the old Winston Cup days, no one remembers who finished 16th. But people are gonna look back and be like, oh yeah, remember back in 2020 when Matt DiBenedetto made the playoffs? You know what I'm saying? Matty D was part of that racing elite. You know, this up-and-comer, you know, person that didn't bring any sponsorship to the table, bet on himself going into 2019, got a ride at Levine, and then got picked up by the Wood Brothers, and then their first year with the Wood Brothers made the playoffs, you know? That is something to look back on and be like, yeah, I remember that year. I just Kurt Busch again. Barely made contact with the wall, like not even enough to like probably even chip the paint. But is what I'm saying making sense, or am I just sounding like an insane man? Get underneath Chad Fincham. It's, man, these two, the 37 and 49, are just glued together. They can't escape each other. Alright, with that, I consider the first part of this race done. 200 to go. It's actually, it may not seem like it, but this race is actually decently long. I know it's a 400 lapper, but lap times here are actually slightly longer than they are like Las Vegas, Kansas, and Chicagoland. And that's just because the track is so much flatter, so lap times are so much longer because there isn't that banking in order to increase speed, you know? mean, there is in turns 1 and 2, but not that much, you know? It's kind of making sense. Then let me kind of delve into it a little more. So essentially, let's just say we take one of the old Winston Cup seasons, okay? 1998, you know? Jeff Gordon had 13 wins that season. Let's just take away a couple of those wins. Like, let's just say we bring it back to Harvick numbers, you know, wins nine races in the year and is plentiful in points, you know? But he still has Mark Martin in his rearview mirror in terms of the point standings. He still needs to be on his game just as much as Mark needs to be on his game, okay? Because the moment that Jeff Gordon realizes, oh, you know, I have a race that I can just kind of blow, you know, as soon as that race is done, you know, then he needs to be back on it and performing like he was. And that's kind of what the playoffs bring, you know? I know, like I said, I'm an advocate for year-long points, but what I'm trying to argue here is that I also like the playoff one, you know? It brings attention to every race mattering. The points resets essentially mean the regular drivers that were consistent in the regular season, they need to be on their A game in order to continue being consistent throughout the playoffs, because even one mistake means you're out. And Kevin Harvick made too many mistakes.
Careful, still there.
You know? Because
All clear.
think of it like this. You don't win... Okay, clear. Okay. I thought I was low enough there. I guess not. I guess let him go. He's faster now. Think of it like this. You don't win the title by, or you don't win the race by leading at the halfway mark. You know? Kevin Harvick, regular season champ. Cool, perfect. Kind of mucked around in the playoffs. He was relying on that playoff bucket that he built throughout the regular season, but when the final 10 races happened, well, he just wasn't there. He lost that buffer. And in order to win a title, you have to essentially race like there is no buffer. Does that make sense? You know? And to use Chase as the example, he was in a must-win scenario. He had to win in order to advance, and he did. He was racing like there was no buffer because there wasn't.
Still there.
Just, that was elegant right there. Just
Hold your line.
get around the outside like they're standing still, and then just drag race them off. I'm only at 11th, by the way, and I see Brad Keselowski in my rearview mirror. But I wanna bring the question to you guys. Do you guys think the playoff system needs a change? Because it's one thing if I think it needs to change. I want to know what you guys think. And if so, how would you fix it? Because I don't want just answers like, oh yeah, they need to change it. Okay, but like, how would you change it? What do you think would be best? Would you guys want to change it back to year-long points? Because, oh my god, I wish I could show it. I wish I could show it right now. But there was someone on NASCAR Reddit that did a points diagram of every NASCAR point system, and literally apart from the year-long points of the old Winston era, Kevin Harvick was not the leader, and he was like 5th or below. So literally, if this was year-long points, Kevin Harvick would be the champion, but only in that scenario. In every other points iteration, he was not even in the top 4 in points. You know who is in the top 4 points in every single one of them? A person of the mighty engine number 9. Alright, so we have Jimmy Johnson right in front right now as we crack into lap 80. Actually had to pop the throttle, pop the brake right there in order to kind of get woed up, because I actually didn't know what line he was going to run. And he's going to take the top here, so I'm just going to run the bottom, as you do. Okay, there goes Jimmy. Here goes Ross. Oh, Matt Kenseth and Chris Buescher are actually really close. Clevin Harvick, Clint Bowyer, I said Clevin Harvick, mixing the two names up. Do you know that Clint Bowyer and Kevin Harvick had a son, and his name is Clevin Harvick? Wow. What a majestic time we live in. Hey, it's 2020, I'm not judging, you know, people can do whatever they want, you know, just... But no, I just see a lot of cars in front of me, and I'm not looking forward to going through lap traffic like that. Alright, it looks like these adjustments have worked thus far. Only 3% difference, and car seems to drive a little bit easier, albeit a little slower in terms of lap time, but it does feel better to drive. Kind of try out a new line, drift on up a little bit. Able to drive away from Bowyer a little. And I still see Brad Keselowski inching ever so closer into my rearview mirror. I'm not looking forward to that because, like I said, I'm only in 11th, and I am about to get lapped. You know, as you do on a typical Tuesday night. By the way, my coffee's cold right now, so that sucks. Oh, also, I was wrong. So I guess we actually did have a flag, or a green flag pit stop without a yellow. I know, I'm just as shocked as you guys are. Was not ready for that. My body was not ready, because here I was thinking this entire time that my first stop would be under yellow. But alas, here we are. 84 laps, about to be 85. Down the tube, and yet to be a single caution. Kind of pulls the throttle a little bit because Bubba Wallace decides to run the middle.
Track's all yours, bud. You're clear.
Kind of run the bottom right now. I use that straight line speed. Get underneath Bobby Carter. Well, he just goes to the top. So hey, that's awesome, man.
All clear.
Get around lap traffic, nice. And smooth. We have Tyler Reddick up next. I do believe this is now cracking the top 20 in terms of cars that we've lapped. 23rd, okay, close. Sublime says, I actually don't mind the playoffs. See, like I said, I think we all have preferences in terms of what we like and don't like. Like I said, I love season points. I think it shows, much like in terms of the playoffs, that, you know, there is a value in being good week after week. And at the same time, I do think the playoffs adds an emphasis to every race mattering. You know, like, there isn't a race that, oh, like a NASCAR fan would tune in for, like, oh, Kevin Harvick or Jeff Gordon already wrapped up the title, there's no point to this race, what's even the point, you know? Every race matters, and, you know, and that adds, you know, to NASCAR's genius. I'll give them credit where credit's due. it gives them an opportunity to boost TV ratings, because with every race mattering, there should be a reason that you tune in every Sunday. You know what I mean? I'll give them where credit's due. That was smart. Sublime also says, but to fear it, I didn't realize that Harvick got 9 wins until Denny said it. It's kind of mind-blowing to think he didn't make the Final Four. Exactly. Well, that's the entire reason why people were getting so mad. It's like, oh my God, Harvick should be in the Final Four, you know, because he has 9 wins this season. He had such a dominant season, and he's not even in here. Well, yeah, that's because he mucked around the round of 8, you know? He went into the points reset, finished second, you know, that's all well and good, but, like, up until then, after that, he was kind of just riding around in the middle of the pack. Oh, by the way, there's Brad. That's number 5, and top 10 things you hate to see. That Brad Keselowski is right in your rear mirror. He's saying beep beep. Let me through.
All clear, no pressure from behind.
That's Christopher Bale.
Headlight out on your bumper.
Oh, he's fighting.
Left side.
Oh, he's gonna, yeah, he got squeezed right there. And it just allows Brad to get on by. Okay, whatever.
Clear outside.
But at that point, if the package was complete crap, says Sublime, Harvick would have passed Logano and Anna wouldn't be in. Well, I mean, that's a coulda, shoulda, woulda, you know? Yes, I do think he would have. If we had the high horsepower, low downforce package, Harvick was clearly the better car, but Logano was blocking like an absolute... God is a word that you can use, but also you can also use like a blocking like a complete bitch, you know, is another word that you can use. There's a lot of words that you can use for that. But the fact that he was blocking made him the championship 4 contender that we know him today as. But that's just Logano, that's part of the course. So here's Eric Almirola. Logano didn't even have to block Harvick. Harvick didn't even get close. Well, that's because of the air that was being generated. Like, every time he would get close, he was essentially being pushed away. Logano was pushing... Logano was being pushed away by Harvick, so, like, he couldn't even get close. It's kind of like the same scenario where if you run the wall, the air that is alongside your car essentially pushes away from the wall, so that's why drivers can run so close. It's like the same thing. And you can, I mean, it's, can you make passes? Okay, but that argument can be going for IndyCar as well. IndyCar had a bogus package like the past handful of years. It's still racing, but it's a different kind of racing than them good old days, you know?
Still there.
Man, Newman dropped on a stone. Wasn't he on pole? Now he's in 19th.
Careful, still there. Clear all around.
Closer racing is what created that Sublime. But I mean, the argument can be said that yes, closer racing doesn't mean better racing, but it's still racing nonetheless. It's just different than what we grew up with, you know, and whether or not we can accept that is what NASCAR fans do. Okay, if I can just stop having a car to my outside, that'd be perfect. To the outside then. If David Reagan wants to take the bottom, then I'll go wherever they're not.
Careful, still there.
Pump the throttle a little bit. And then just drag race him down.
Careful, still there. All clear.
Gave him plenty of room going into turn 3 and 4. Kind of run the top a little bit. Sucks. As soon as I see a 6, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's not that bad. Oh, here's Kyle. So I think this is P2 right now. Not trying to hold him up. There we go. He wants to take the middle. Go ahead. Go ahead, boss. Have at it.
Still there.
Here, I'll choke up a little early for you. There you go, bud. He got around me fair and square right there. Why are they keeping the same package? They're not. They're running 23 races next season with the high horsepower, low downforce package. 23 meaning 13 that is high horsepower, or sorry, low horsepower. So probably all 4 plate races, because those do create better plate racing. But also other tracks that we're not 100% on. Probably the second time around for the same tracks. I disagree with that. I mean, the whole era package thing is different than, because it's going to be for the next gen car. It's going to be a total different package, you know, because it's going to be like, if I recall correctly, like high horsepower, high downforce. So I could be mistaken in that though. Oh, Timmy almost came down on me right there. So yeah, there's going to be differences though.
All clear.
Not necessarily. I mean, the low downforce package, low downforce, high horsepower package is really good for plate racing. Like the super speedways, so like Daytona, Talladega, it's actually really good. And like the nighttime tracks, like so like Kansas at night is when it performs. So like when the track is like really cool and the air temperature is also like not like freezing like it was in Kansas, but like airy enough to still run and actually keep the engine cool, then that's when the package shines best. But this is rehashing the same argument over and over. So we're even putting here about another 13 laps. I'm surprised, actually. They were actually going this many laps without a without a single yellow. Me oh my. Oh, and there's Ryan Blaney right there. Kevin Harvick's in 13th. We're beating Logano somehow. I have no idea.
Got a headlight out on your
Oh, okay.
bumper.
Ryan, I was not expecting you to be down there that soon, but okay. There you go, boss. There you go, pal. Got really loose off too, but you guys, chat, you guys didn't see that.
Still there.
I feel like we're just kind of passing the same guys over and over, honestly.
Stay on the bottom. At your bumper. Clear high.
Because
clear
I feel
high.
like we've lapped John Hernimchek at least 3 times. I mean, he is in 37th, so like that's probably a real number.
Still there.
At the same time, we haven't seen like Brendan Garner once. I have no idea where he's at. Which, by the way, I just wanted to say, because I feel like I don't say it enough. So thank you all so much for everyone popping in here and watching this. I know there's a lot of things that you guys could be doing on this lovely Tuesday night, but if you have came out here and watching me turn left 267, well actually no, times that by 2 times, we are, I think I have the best audience in the world. Like I said, you know, a lot of things that you guys could be doing, but the fact that you guys are here is, wow. Kevin Harvick, give me some room, Christ. Give me Christmas. Like, there's an entire lane down there. Use it. Oh, I guess we found Brendan Gaughan. I have no idea what position he's in. I feel like I haven't seen him, like, a lot, though, so, like, watch him be, like, in 38th, I'm just like, what? When did this happen? But yeah, essentially we're going to be pitting every 60 laps, so here at lap 120 is our pit-in mark. Oh, he's in 28th, okay, good for him. That's actually like a top 10 for them.
Stay left.
Being outside the top 30, whew, watch out, guys. New championship contender here.
Clear high, bud.
Pulls the throttle a little bit. We're still holding steady over. Oh man, Corey LaJoie's in 15th? Oh boy, man, hell has frozen over. If Corey LaJoie's up here, you know something's gone wrong. Something's gone awry. Something's gone. Like, you can smell that. It smells like the outside of Dillard's right now. If you don't know what that means, then don't worry about it. You'll find out when you're older. Actually, like, real talk though, chat. While I was at work today, I actually found out that in the southern part of Germany, like towards like Munich and all that, there is a saying that translates to "we now have the salad," or "you have the salad," or like, you know, essentially saying that someone is in possession of the salad. I wish I took German throughout my entire high school and early college career, so like, I apologize. My German's a little rusty, but I think it's like so like wir haben Salats Essen or something like that. You have eaten, or you have the salad, or it's like a combination of that, and it literally translates to "we have the salad." But the context that it's used is essentially saying, "Oh, we're boned," or "you're boned," or, you know, and essentially a more graphic version of, you know, saying. It's like, oh, well, you're SOL. So, I know we're a little far from halfway. That is my private patent. Did you know? Alright, you're gonna pit me here in about 3 laps. Ooh, that really looks off that. I felt the car push up a little bit. Derek Jones, okay, not fighting for position. That means he's in 4th right now. He's 4th and like a third of the track behind. And that's just what happens when we go green for 120 laps. Okay, so I think what we need to do... I think we need to... do I need to loosen it up a little more? I know our tape is fine. This is the most we can run with this tape. We're gonna pit next time, by the way. We're gonna let Eric Jones go. We kind of drift up to the top here.
Careful, still there.
Alright, and pit stop time.
Slow down.
I'm always so nervous about getting on the brakes right there. Like, it's, I think we need to loosen up just a hair. Do that. Bring that down another ½ pound. And see how we are. But yeah, I think that's honestly hilarious that, you know, the whole dialect is essentially just saying, oh yeah, no, you're screwed. Alright, so I'm going to try to finish up my coffee. Yes, I know it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, get back in there. Let's go.
Alright, here we go. Alright, now, coming off a pit road like this, I swear to God, if a caution comes out in this time frame, I'm gonna be pissed.
Car just ahead.
Like, someone's about to catch some hands. Tim Hill, right here, is about to get his hands caught right now.
All right, clear outside.
I mean, honestly, throughout this entire cycle, honestly. Like, Clint Boyer, 6 seconds? Damn, what happened to him? Sank like a stone. Like, this car turns so easily. Oh, it's so good.
Wow, that was the best lap ever.
Yeah, 30.5 is actually a really good time around here. There goes Harvick for position. So we're starting to get, okay, essentially we're 1 spot away now. John Hunter is pitting this time, so just kind of run the top a little bit. A little dicey through there. It wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be.
Nobody out back.
But we are now back to where we belong. In 12th. Apparently. I wonder how many... Okay, so obviously we can see that Matt Kenseth is also a lap down. Oh, professional. Professional commentary.
Inside. Clear behind.
But at the same time, We can also see that as pit stops still happen, I don't think there's anyone else still pitting in front of us. Maybe, no, actually, no, it wouldn't be. We would have passed them. God, that's one thing I'm not looking forward to. Is like the time that like I am like hardcore sick. Especially as like the season like really starts to change. Like it's gonna be cold like all day and all night. And here I am, I'm trying to stream. I have to like stop to blow my nose like every 2 laps. It's gonna be awful. Oh my god. Chad, just if that ever happens, just shoot me. Oh my god. Man, we almost got Quinn Half right now. No, I'm sorry. Quinn Half would be pitting from the outside lane. There we go. Sorry, my bad. I messed up. Still no caution though. Coming up on halfway.
Careful, still there.
On the outside of Chad finishing.
Clear.
And who is that running the wall up there? Is that Cole Custer? Well, you can tell we're starting to get into the teams of drivers right now because, seriously, that is... It's either that or Tyler Reddick, because I haven't seen him as well. I'm pretty sure that's Cole Custer's paint scheme, though. I guess we're going to have to run the top now. And to reiterate, Chad, I have no idea how many cars are on the lead lap right now. We're in 12th. We're obviously one lap down. But I have no idea who else is a lap down.
All clear, no pressure from behind.
So, Chad, question to you guys. What song has just gotten in your head recently? Because I'll tell you what. I have no idea why. But the song Under Pressure got stuck in my head ever since I heard it once when NBC played it during the NASCAR coverage. I'm just like, oh my god, sorry, I have the hiccups right now. Professional commentary, I know. 10 out of 10. But yeah, like I've had that song stuck in my head ever since Sunday. So now here we are, Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning, and I'm just like, under pressure, doom 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 doom. Twitch, please don't copyright me. Doom 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 doom. Pressure, looking down on me. Fiction by Lund or With Us by Eli, says Sublime. Damn. Never heard of any of them. Okay, now see, I guess you can call me very basic. I feel like, oh man, unfortunately, I hate to admit this because it's actually kind of embarrassing. I have a very, like, you may not know what I'm talking about. I have a very, like, Starbucks cafe sense of music where it's like, yeah, I like things that are pretty mainstream, but that's about it. Like, the songs I listen to, I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. My musical tastes don't really, like, they aren't, like, classified by genre, you know? They are more akin to songs on a playlist, you know? I have been on a major nostalgia kick for Call of Duty Zombies. So I've been listening to like all of the Easter egg songs. So like, I'll tell you what, Chad. If you guys have listened to Damned, major nostalgia boner right now. Fiction is basically a love song, Worthless as the title hints. Let me get to this Turn. It's kind of a depression song, I guess. Or are they like alternative? Are they like country, punk rock, rock? What genre do they belong to? But yeah, I've been listening to a lot of the Easter egg songs from COD Zombies, and I'm just like, oh, that is nostalgia right there. Probably pop. Oh, okay. I'm always down for recommendations, honestly.
Still there.
Because I've been also listening to
Careful, still
look,
there.
okay, let me rephrase that. I have not been. Oh, there's our first caution. Jesus, took a while. Shoot, we're outside our pit window. Wow, our first caution, and we finally. Well, I mean, Martin Truex Jr. is now back on the lead lap. But I've been listening to, I know I needed to listen to their full album, but Weathers, which is kind of like an alternative type pop type of thing, and it's, yeah, I'm just gonna stay out, honestly.
Drive safe.
Hand chat. Don't mean to break your immersion. Sorry. Gotta refresh the chat. There we go. There's track recommendations right there. If you see, there we go. But I've been listening to like a group, and like I said, I need to listen to their full track. It's called Weathers, and the song that I've been listening to is a song by the name of C'est La Vie. Oh my God, if you listen to that on Spotify, like, I immediately fell in love with it. Like, that is, like, if you want to know, like, again, I wouldn't classify my musical taste defined by genre, but if you want, like, a good sense of, like, rhythm and vocals with lyrics, I would say that classifies what I like. And again, you know, that is C'est La Vie, French for That Is Life, by the band Weathers.
Still there.
Link is in the description. If you like the content, like, comment, subscribe for more lyric videos. Chad, did I ever tell you that my first YouTube video I ever made, not in the YouTube channel that I have now, but like for my actual, like my real one, which you'll never find because I put it on private, was a dumb lyric video. Oh my God, it was like, when I mean dumb, I mean like dumb as in like the laziest thing I've ever created. It was, God, I don't even know the band name, but if you guys look it up, I'm sure someone would be able to tell me. It was, the song was named Life's Like a Jump Rope. Oh my God, it was just cringe. Like, looking back on it, I was, what, 17, I think? So, like, here I am, I'm in high school, and I'm just like, I'm in high school, and I'm just like, I'm gonna be like, for like, literally a day, I'm just like, I'm gonna become a YouTuber. And I made this thing in like 2 hours, and it was a lyric video to Life's Like a Jump Rope. It was pretty cringe. But I think the thing that kills me out of that entire story is that, like, I look back on it and I was just like, yeah, I'm I'm gonna be a YouTuber for like a day, and I busted out this video in like 2 hours. It's like literally the only thing on that channel, by the way. It's just dumb.
Lane's clear.
Chad, what's probably the most cringe thing that you guys have done in recent memory? Oh, probably another thing is that like when I was in high school, I thought I was like the biggest Omega Chad when my girlfriend at the time would text me like, "Oh, what you doing?" I'm just like thinking about life, and oh god, what else would I say? Because there was something else like I would alternate between. If I'm not saying like thinking about life, I would say like I forget exactly like what I described it as, but essentially describing it like all the infinite complexities that is our universe, or it's something very cringe. But like I was that guy that thought I was like the Omega Chad by being, because I was like, oh, you're so deep, Rabbit Patton. And I'm just like, high school me was just like eating that stuff up. Obviously, here I am. Obviously, here I am a decade later. I'm just like, yeah, maybe I wasn't the Omega Chad that I thought I was.
Got a car high now. Nobody out back.
Come on, come forward. Just give it up. Give up the ghost. Give up the ghost. Okay, whatever. I gassed it up a little bit. Oh, Kevin Hart's so good. Oh my god, we're gonna get put in the middle. Nope, I don't want this. Alright, well, Kevin Hart just made the cleanest pass I have ever seen. Alright, well, Kevin, see ya.
Still there. Careful, still there.
And some say Clint Boyer and Private Patton are still battling to this very day.
Still there.
And see, all I had to do was just say that, and there we go. Okay, well now we're good. And just when you thought we were out of the pool just brings you right back in.
Right side. Careful, still there.
I don't want this as well. Quiz. Oh my god, Boyer, we've let 2 cars go. When is it that we just kind of look at ourselves and just be like, you know, maybe the problem isn't you, maybe it's me.
Bottom looks good.
Then again, I am the one that hits the bottom and you're running the fast track. Okay, yeah, there we go, problem solved. And I lied. Alright, you know, watch this, chat. This is gonna be the Omega slide job move that you've ever seen. There we go. Done and dusted. You're welcome. We're doing God's work. You'll never see a more heavenly slide job than the one you just witnessed right now, chat. I hope you know that. Sometimes my genius knows no bounds.
Careful, still there.
All right, and now we're back to it. Okay, perfect. Good talk. So, I think we do we still pit at well, since we had that caution, we were planning on pitting on lap 180. Do we extend that to for 3 more laps, chat? Do we pit on lap 183, or do we still pit on lap 180? Chat, what do you guys think? Because, you know, with those caution laps, you know, we can extend our stint just a little bit by, like, 3 laps. But, like, so, like, it's not much. But what do you guys think? Do you think we extend? Or do you think we just go for lap 180 and just be like, oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Call it a day, screw it. Because no matter what, we can't make it one more stop. We're all pitting twice. All of us need to pit 2 more times. But what do you guys think? Should we... Don't want to go too low. There's a glitch down there.
Careful, still there.
Whatever you guys decide on, I'll do. Or better yet, do you think we should split this stage in... Not stage. This section of the race in half. We have 109 laps to go with about 30 in our tank. Max we can go with 60 laps. Okay? So we have to stop 2 more times. No matter how we slice it. Okay? So do we just kind of split this in half? And pit out lap 100 and then 50? Or do we, with 100 to go and then 50 to go? Or do we just kind of go for pit it on lap like around 180? So essentially, option 1, we pit on lap 170 and 220, or do we pit on lap 180 and 240? Just to kind of even it on out. Chat, whatever you... I guess that answers that question. Never mind. Never mind, chat. Ignore that. Let's see here. Yeah, everyone's pitting. I think it's too risky to stay out. Yeah, we will lose too much time. Well, okay. I guess that kind of answers the question for us then. Matt Kenseth gets back in the lead lap. Oh dang, we actually gained a spot on pit road. Nice. For some reason, I have a gift. Oh man, someone's out of this race. Who is that? Oh, Michael McDowell. Oh, nothing of value was lost. I have a gift. It is the gift of knowing inadvertently when a caution is going to come on out. And that was one of those times where, by just talking about when our next strategy was going to take place, that it just kind of happened. Oh, Kyle took the lead, by the way. Okay, there goes Martin. Man, we have something here, chat. Man, if we can get the lucky dog, that'd be perfect. That'd be our race saved right now.
Still there.
Martin's still there. Oh, now we're too wide. Alright, well, new option. Chad, do we burn this thing dry, or do we split this remaining 100 laps in half? Alright, so essentially, you know, just kind of same question, different circumstances.
Don't move, stay high.
One thing that kills me is that everyone takes turns 3 and 4 so wide. Like, come on, give me some room. Corey LaJoy is in 11th right now. How? Literally how, man? Oh my god. We have Eric Jones in the lead. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen Eric Jones lead a race in championship mode. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was kidding, because I know I'm sure he's done it before, I just never even realized it. But I don't, in recent memory, ever recall seeing Eric Jones lead a single lap. Okay, I need a caution to come out like right now so I can get this lucky dog. Cautions have been pretty good so far. I would love to have one right now though. Keeping up with Bowman, which I'm actually so happy for Bowman. Bowman has had a career year. Made it to the round of 8 for the first time, and actually was, like, what, 5 spots short of actually making the round of, well, the final 4? I mean, what a god. Bowman, I feel like, has, like, he is that rags to riches story that I feel like NASCAR needs desperately right now. He coming in with like no sponsorship and like all of that, like Cincinnati, you know, Chevy Goods, NOCO, all Chevy products coming in to basically sponsor his ride. He has Valvoline, Nationwide, you know, dropped its affiliation with Hendrick Motorsports. You know, it's just, you know, a bunch of blows, and now Bowman taking over the 48 next season. Oh man, I'm so happy. Like, he deserves it. You know, round of applause. Alex Bowman. You know, Bowman the showman. Because whenever he's in that 88, soon to be 48, he always puts on a show. Alright, if I can just, yeah, get a caution, that would be perfect.
Right side.
Alright, chat, question. Option 1. Do we pit as soon as our window to make it the rest of the way opens up? Meaning with 40 to go. Option 2. Do we split this in half? Or option 3, do we run this fuel tank dry and then pit and then just go the rest of the race? Because we can make it in one more stop. What do we do? Option 1, pit as soon as the window opens up with 40 to go, or with 60 to go, my bad. Or option 2, half, or option 3, fuel tank run dry.
Careful, still there.
Some decent laps together, actually, surprisingly. So who all do we have up there? So Kyle Busch is leading with Ryan Blaney second, Eric Jones third. Man, this should be the 2019 finish if replace Ryan Blaney with Kurt Busch in fourth, and that's actually the 2019 finish right there. But yeah, Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Eric Jones, Kurt Busch in fourth. Brad Keselowski runs at the top five. Bowman in sixth. Denny Hamlin in seventh, Mark Truex Jr. in eighth, and then you have Matt Kenseth in ninth because he got the lucky dog. He's all the way back there. And then last but not least, myself rounding out the top 10. I am currently in the lucky dog spot. I would love a yellow right now, but knowing me and my luck, we're not going to get it anytime soon. Blaney taking the lead back, and they're like three. I think they're 3 wide up there. But yeah, chat. What strategy should we go with? Option 1, 2, or 3? Whatever you guys decide on is what I'll do. Because what, we have 48, 47 in the tank right now, so essentially just make it a nice even number. 45 to go in our tank, so we can go a decent ways. But will that be the best strat? And I'm honestly trying to think it out right now. Only 2 cautions so far this entire race. So like, okay, and here's a little segment I like to call Inside Private Patton's Head. So right now we are on lap 181. We are currently 1 lap down right now, so really for the leaders is 182 going on 183. We are deciding between 3 different options. I feel like since we are the lucky dog, as of right now, we milk this for as long as possible. For however long we can stay in the lucky dog spot, I feel we stay out for as long as possible. However, as soon as we either 1, lose that lucky dog spot, or 2, approach that pit window, which, like I said, as soon as that pit window opens here in about 20 laps, 25-ish laps, then that is when things start really getting juicy. As soon as the leaders take lap 267, or is that 267? I was looking at that. As soon as the leaders take lap 207, so it'll be lap 206 for us, that is when our pit window opens. And depending where we are on track, that is the decision we need to make. As soon as we either lose the lucky dog spot, so like Clint Boyd gets past us, that is when we decide to pit. Not immediately. I mean, we're gonna battle him for as long as possible. But as soon as we start seeing that Bowyer is pulling away, if he pulls away, that is when we do it. That is when we pull that trigger. But again, this doesn't open up for another 20 laps, so That's what I'm thinking about. Chad, does it sound good with you? And like I said, I know there's a lot of people you can be watching here on Twitch at 1:30 at night Eastern time, and I like to thank you all so much for coming on out and watching me. I mean, that just speaks volumes, and thank you all so much for being such awesome people. As you pass Ryan Priest here, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Well, not really quick or fast, or in a hurry. We're just trying to get past him, and he's just kind of meandering his way around the track, you know, as you do as a Ryan Priest guy. I think we lost some time there. Yeah, we lost some time to Boyer. Alright, so essentially right now, I'm trying to avoid, and this is just some overall tips as well from good old Private Pat and your Uncle Private Pat, is that when you're in a scenario like this, it's better to just kind of just drive out and worry about more what's in front of you than what's behind you. Because like I said, we're basing our entire strategy around Boyer right now. Well, Boyer's only a second and 2/10 away from me right now. I mean, he's going to catch us no matter what. No matter what we do. Even if we run perfect laps, he's eventually going to catch us. And that's just an inevitability. Because we know at the end of the day, he's better than us right now. So, it's just better to run out in the windshield instead of the mirror, because that just leads to mistakes, and then you're just compounding and turning a bad situation worse. But yeah, for everyone that's just now popping in, welcome. This is the Cup 24 track, race number 12 here in the championship. At Kentucky, they play for state 400, the full 400. As you can see, 267 laps is the lap count. We are on lap 191. Really close, actually, to completing this race. We have one more stop that we have to take. 2 cautions are on the clock right now, and we are in 10th, just outside the lead lap cars. We are the first car on the lead lap. Actually, currently a little quicker than Matt Kenseth, so actually you're saying a lot right there. We have decided on a strategy, saying that since we have to pit, we're kind of basing it around that of Boyer, who is in 11th. If Boyer gets past us on or whatever lap it may be, because we know he's quicker in the long run than us, that is when we decide to pull this trigger. We have decided that we have 3 options. Option 1 was to pit as soon as the pit window opens, which is on lap 206, or we split this entire run in half, which is pit on lap 216. Or last but not least, we milk this thing dry on lap 226. Whatever we decide to happen is going to be entirely based off of what Boyer does. Yo, FGG, thank you so much for the follow, my guy. Welcome to the Groove Crew. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. So yeah. Boyer is a little bit quicker than us. He is a second and a half essentially away from us right now. For however long that we can stay ahead of him is good enough for us. And Ghost66632, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome also to the Groovy Crew. We get past John Hunter.
Look ahead for me.
Yeah, right now we're just trying to focus and drive through our windshield instead of our mirror. And just essentially we're just clicking off laps right now. We're in that weird interim period where we are just driving and waiting to see what happens. FGG, are you using wheel or controller? I feel like this is the best way to do it. Controller. And Ghost says, "You're welcome, man. I just came off this game, and you're British, so the first time playing it, it's hard? Oh, well, practice makes perfect." I'll tell you what, I haven't played F1 in a while, and I'll tell you what, it's a huge learning curve. So, definitely practice does make perfect. Told you how Jay he was on controller. I feel like that's the best way to do it. If not, I always like to kind of lean in, and you guys can hear the clicking of my controller, especially when I get to turn 3 right here. Kind of on the top lane, but yeah, you get the point though. I'm using steering wheel and pedals myself. Oh, I feel like that's the better way to go, honestly, with steering wheel and pedals. Obviously, if I had them, I would think I would try to use them. But I've always, honestly, I would always be interested in something like that. I've always been a fan of iRacing, and that's something that I would love to be a part of. I'm part of F1. But, oh yeah, it's a total different world for NASCAR. Oh yeah, these big, heavy stock cars, you know, these things are literally bricks. Like, you're driving a brick around at 180, 190 miles per hour, depending on the track, and it takes some practice, I'll say that. You have it for your trucking streams and stuff, but this game is insane on a steering wheel. Oh, it's tiring. From what I heard, from what it is on a wheel, it's tiring. I mean, especially like on a 100% race, I can't imagine what that must be like, you know, because you're constantly sawing the wheel in half as you just go back and forth, back and forth. Yo, thank you so much for the 500 bits, FGG. I appreciate it, my guy. It is much appreciated. Trying to get past David Reagan and Ross Chastain. Nice and smooth.
Nobody out.
What's our distance? 1.2 to Boyer, but Joey Logano is gaining on us in 12. Like I said, we are the lucky dog right now. If a caution were to come out, we'd get back on the lead lap. Kentucky is just so hard. Like they say that turn 3 is the hardest corner in all of NASCAR, and I can see why, because it's just so flat. It's so flat, and these cars are not aerodynamically inclined whatsoever. So while it may be easy for like open wheel cars, you know, that have like those aero properties, these big heavy stock cars are just not cutting through the air, especially on a flat surface like turn 3. Where you get so tight and so loose at the same time. Like, it's tight, 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 and then through the center of the corner, you start getting looser and looser and looser, so you kind of have to just kind of let go of the steering wheel a little bit, kind of let it drift up by itself. Get on the outside of Quinn Half right now. I'd much rather be on the bottom, but you know what, I just go wherever they are.
All clear. One back. Outside.
Right, front board, it looks like he's being held up by someone. So here in 3 laps is the initial point. Yo! Thank you so much for the subscription, FGG. Welcome to the sub club. Tier 1 sub. Alright, so our strategy of basing it around Boyer, essentially we're trying to maximize our chances of getting back on the lead lap. Oh, Kevin Harvick's now in 12th, so yeah, right now our pit window is essentially open next time around. Whenever, whoever overtakes us in for this P10 spot for the Lucky Dog is essentially deciding when we pit. We're either going to be pitting, well, this time by, or we're going to be pitting sometime in the next 20 laps. Yeah, right now we're just kind of, like I said, just driving out of our windshield right now, just not really worrying what's behind us. We're just clicking off good laps right now. We're trying to, at least, because we have to. We have to click off good laps in order to maintain this P10, because after the past handful of races, I feel like we definitely need a little pick-me-up. Where am I from, you may ask? I am from the Buckeye states in America. I am from the state of Ohio. Man, Martrex Jr. I feel like he just got shot out of a cannon. What just happened here? Did I just like hit a brick wall in terms of tire fall off? Ghost says, I'm starting on playing my full career tomorrow, buddy. Full races? Dude, welcome. I always prefer full races, because that's where like strategies like these really start to shine. Any advice you can give me? Ooh, this is gonna be tight. Just gotta nick the wall, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And how will you keep the tires? You want to put in into yeah, if I can talk, that'd be great. Two NASCAR countries down south, like Alabama, Alabama and whatnot. All right, well, Boyer just overtook us. One thing I can just say is just run as consistently as possible. Like, learn the track, because the tracks change every single week, and I know pit strategy is essentially you base it off a tire fall off. Think of it like in terms of like every 25%. 75 to 100 is when your tires are good. 50 to 75 are just like, well, you're about half a second. You should be at least half a second off your best time, and then anything below 50% is you should probably start thinking about changing them next available caution. But you can pretty much get away with it anything above that. You will never have a tire failure at or above 0%. Alright, well, looks like we're not going to be catching Boyer, so if a caution were to come out now, looks like our decision has been made. We're coming down next time.
Clear high, bud.
NASCAR fan myself, from New Jersey. Well, hey, you know, always welcome from the people over by the East Coast. You know, that is honestly the East Coast to me is like the modified country. You know, now that's where the modifieds shine. All right, this time, only 99%. I don't think that's gonna really matter.
Slow down.
Ooh, getting really loosey-goosey through there. Shifting down through the gears was something that was really close, but we were able to pull through. Got a little loose right there, but we're good. Okay, always good to know, as the F1 tires blow out. You name it, happens. I'll be streaming this tomorrow, so if you want to... Hey, there you go. Don't worry about it, man. Like I said, practice makes perfect, my guy. Alright, 16.5. Not the best stop, but not the worst stop. Like I said, we're playing strat now. the guys in front of us would be pitting within like 10 laps anyway, so essentially we're just getting that undercut.
Clear the pit, hammer down.
The only way this strat doesn't work is if we get a yellow in between now and the next like 15 laps, I'll say, just to make it like a nice roundabout. So like between now and lap 218, 290, or lap 228 or 229. So right now we're just gotta get our head down and click off some good laps. Let's see, Ryan Newman was 2.3 and rapidly closing. And that's just the new tires talking. Beep, beep, coming through.
Hold your line. Clear high, bud.
Like I said, I didn't have the best pit exit, or pit entry. And I also had that 1 second of damage when I kind of tank slapped the wall there. But we are definitely trying to make some progress. Alright, so there's Newman right in front of us. And as we close in on the final laps, like we're 100% good on fuel. There's no question about that. We're actually 10 laps to the good, so yeah, no worries. And I think I got the car handling to the point where I like it enough that I didn't have to make a single change right there. So we already caught Newman. We're already starting to catch Bell. And by the time we pass Newman, he's going to be within 2 seconds. Nice turn into turn 3 right there. Just wrap it right there on the bottom. I swear there's like a strip of grip right there where if you hit it just right, the tires just seem to grip onto it. And you just ride below that yellow line a little bit. But yeah, like I said, the main advice that I will just mostly give is look up setups online, practice with it, just to like run it with a couple practice laps, and make sure that it fits your driving style, and just run as consistently as possible. It doesn't have to be blistering times, you know, it just has to be like finishing times. Because like I said, or like most drivers say, let me rephrase that, in order to win races, you first have to complete them, you know? We're gonna be aggressive here. I'll put Kyle to the outside, squeeze Bell in the center.
Still there. All clear.
Get past Kyle. There we go. Alright, on to... who is it now? Eric Almirola. And we're rapidly closing in as well. 3.2, 3.1. It's still gonna be a little bit, but you know, we are catching. Oh yeah, there's that grip strip right there. Ride him, cowboy. Oh, I definitely don't want to go down there. There's actually a glitch down there. If you run too low under that apron, there's like a little bump, and it'll just send your car flying. You're like, you do not want to hit it. You'll actually get damage from it. Like, it's so violent through there. Yeah, setting up a bit is a bit struggling. With the most of your setup, NASCAR's on a whole different level too. How you do F1 or anything else, these these stock cars I handle like crap, and like I said, they're big hunks of metal. Well, yeah, like I said, these things are aerodynamic properties of a brick. Like I said, I definitely recommend looking up, like, literally YouTube. Like, say, like, for me, like, I'm racing at Kentucky right now.
Still there.
NASCAR Heat 5, Kentucky Cup setup.
All clear.
You know, and I can guarantee you're gonna have a good setup, much like, you know, Formula One does the
All
same
clear.
thing.
No pressure from behind.
Except with Formula One, you know, there is a automatic feature which I wish NASCAR had, where you can just load in their
Leader coming to the pit.
their setup. Oh, there we go. We heard the leader is coming to the pits this time.
That car ahead of you is pitting.
Right, so same thing with Eric Jones. Cycle has now started, so we are now back to 2 down. And like I said, when this cycles back out, we should be back as the first car 1 lap down. Just from there, we are hoping for a yellow. Hoping for a yellow so we can get back on this lead lap.
Mini car just ahead.
Like literally, we lost this lap like within the first 100 laps. So we've been essentially playing catch up. We've steadily been making the car better, but you know, there's only so much we can do when, well, we only have what, by the time of the first caution, there was like, what, 7 cars on lead lap? At the time, Brad Keselowski was the leader, and he was just setting them up and knocking them down. Like, we could just not keep up.
Still there.
And we're getting better, though.
Clear all around. That car ahead of you is pitting.
Yeah, so now everyone's coming on down. We should be getting our P10 back this time. There it is. Alright, so right now we're just hoping for a yellow. Show me the money. Show me the money. So the only thing I'm worried about, though, is the tire difference. There's 15 laps age difference between myself and 11th. Essentially, the only downfall to this plan, apart from getting a yellow before the leaders pit, which we luckily avoided, is the fact that now we have to go to the rest of the race. We have 40 laps left, and everyone behind us is on fresh rubber. They will eventually catch us. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So right now, we still have to just drive like every lap is our last, because for all we know, we have DNFs on. It could be our last lap. A random person blowing an engine may just come out of left field and decide to wipe us out, you know, and then we DNF. It's happened before. Luckily, I wasn't streaming that. Actually, no. I kind of was. I was recording it. The newest episode of Cup Fantasy Season 6, which is on my YouTube, literally 20 laps in. 20 laps in. Martin Truex Jr. blows a tire right in front of us, collects us, and we DNF. It was like, well, good talk. 20 laps out of a 280 lap race. I was like, well, it's a good thing I didn't want to race this anyway, because it was at Iowa, so I was really glad that I did not have to race that race. Yeah, 20 laps in though, car right in front of us just decides, you know what, I'm just gonna blow a tire and, well, off we go. Was that Boyer? Okay, that Boyer is, yeah, he gained an entire second here in about 4 laps. But for anyone that's new around here, if you feel free to ask me some questions. I'm always down for having the chat room know a little bit about me. But just to kind of give you a little bit about me, I am a recent master's earner. I have graduated with my master's degree from college, so thank you for everyone that has followed me through that journey. It's been actually an ordeal, I'll say that. A lot of money, I'll say that. But yeah, I am licensed to teach high school social studies. That's my content of choice. And yeah, right now we are at 431 followers and 4 subs. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate that, Ghost. Yeah, and when I'm not streaming, I work a full-time job in retail. So yes, while I am licensed to teach, COVID kind of put a damper on things a little bit. So we are hopefully going to try to revamp and use that master's in 2021. Ooh, hello. Wasn't realizing Austin Dillon was still going to be there. Warriors 4 seconds behind now. Ghost saying, I went to college for 12 hours, I pulled out and work in construction. The best thing I ever did. Everything is different. Yo, Ben 10, how you doing today, man? Yo to you too. And Ben 10, thank you so much for the follow, my guy. Welcome to the Groovy Crew. Right now, P10. I see Clint Boyer back there. I want to say that's 3. I'm not looking right now. I'm not looking, but I want to say it's 3 seconds. Not 2 point. Close enough. Not bad. You on Heat 5 on Xbox or PS4? This is PS4, my guy. And before you ask, wheel or controller? Right there. All controller, baby. So yeah, essentially, I work a full-time job, and yeah, you know, whenever I'm not working there, I am streaming. So I love to entertain, and yeah, that's why I'm here. I also love to race, so definitely get that competitive side, you know. In terms of streams, I race both championship as well as leagues. Actually, speaking of leagues, I have my first league of the week tomorrow, the Giggity Racing League, the GRL. That is the preset cup division because it has different divisions, and I will be streaming my POV of that. We will be doing Charlotte for 200 laps. Fun. PS4, that would explain you're both playing it. Oh, ideally, I would love to. I would love to do it from the PC because, well, I mean, ideally, I would be doing it for PC. I just have never had the time in order to actually set up the difference. I have been looking into different streaming methods though. Like I have like NASCAR 15, like, you know, some considered to be one of the best games of all time, one of the best NASCAR games at least. And I've been wanting to stream that for a while. I just don't know when I would fit it into my schedule, you know. So there goes Martin Truex. That wasn't full position, so we don't have to worry about that. 25 laps away from ending this race, and only 2 cautions have come out this entire race. Feels Field's really spread out. Ben 10 saying 04 is best. I would agree from a gameplay standpoint, but from my nostalgia, I feel 06 the best. That's just me though, because I remember 06 where, because I distinctly remember this, I would race as Team Hendrick, and every 20 laps I would swap between all 4 cars and make sure they had the best finish. I would basically go and race 100% races. I've always raced 100% races, even when I was a wee little kid. And make sure we all finish like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Quinn Half, don't hold me up, please. Don't hold me up, please. Quinn Half. Quinn Half, don't Quinn Half this. So, in terms of career mode, yes. I'm just saying, in terms of nostalgia, I say 06. In terms of overall game, people say NASCAR 15. Luck for Now says my favorite NASCAR game is 07. Hey, no, 07's fun. I also really like Chase for the Cup 05 because of the different series, and also, God, I remember Talladega Infield. Oh my God, that was a fun track. The Talladega Infield was so much fun. Like, keep in mind, I know it was in 04. I know it was in 04, but I remember in 05 more so than 04. Well, looks like the strategy was a bust, chat. We've gone 30 laps trying to hold off this heathen.
Got a headlight out on your bumper.
Fight to the top in 06 and 07 was amazing, dude. Tell me about it. Like I said, like the old EA games were some of the best, top-notch sports games in general. That was when EA was like in their prime. No frame dips like on Xbox. Well, damn. Ben 10 sounds like I need to swap over to PC then, because there are times where I just feel like the frames do drop, even like during single player. I'm just, oh, that's not right. It shouldn't be like that. Ben 10, I'm on my 5th season in 04 on Xbox.
Got one outside now.
And let me say, man, are competitive even with 100% upgraded. Oh yeah. And honestly, that's what I think makes a career mode, because when you have people, like, I guess people retiring at the end of seasons, like in 04, you know, you can have the people in the lower ranks start to come up, you know, like the fantasy drivers, or the people retire. I think that's what makes an immersive career mode. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like there's, I feel like little nitpicky things that, like the Heat franchise, like in terms of, in direct comparison, the Heat franchise doesn't hold a candle to the old EA games, but you know, there are certain aspects that I feel make the games unique, you know, because, you know, you can't get like all these like different paint schemes and all these different tracks. Like, you can't race the Indy road course in all the different tracks. You can't race Cup Series at Middle High in the old EA games.
Stay left. All clear.
I swear to God, I'm gonna be mad if a caution comes out in the final 20 laps, and Clint Boyer gets the lucky dog. On Xbox, they do updates that kill before release. Well, am I racing on 105 difficulty? Yes, I am. Says Ben 10. There are certain tracks that I always show my settings after every race. Show what the AI are on, what I was at, and what the AI set to. It's always 105 every race. And when it comes to career mode, it's always legend. Doesn't change. I'm doing pretty good, thank you. I appreciate it. I tried to, at least. We had to do something different though. We're going for the lucky dog, and we were hoping for a caution, but with 16 laps to go, 15 because we're a lap down, I guess a caution for us getting the lucky dog was just not in the cards. 2 cautions in this 267 lap race. Who would have thunk? Caution on average every 130 laps. Alright, that's not right. Caution on average every 90. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. I'm a history teacher, not a math teacher. Don't at me. Have I tried messing with my controller settings? No, actually. I actually get asked that a lot, and I literally just run on pure default controller. I can actually show that as well, because I don't think I ever show my actual controller settings. It's literally when you plug in a controller and boot up the game, it's literally your default. That's what I do. I don't mess with that at all. Because my motto is, if you can get better on default, you can do even better with custom. And that's why I mostly, when it comes to certain tracks, use default setups. Presets, whatever. Exactly. So like when it comes to like single player racing like this, like I don't mess with it, because going back to my motto.
All clear, no pressure from behind.
Am I going to get lapped again? Is that in the cards? What happened to Harvick? God, I feel like this is real life. What happened to Harvick? He was right behind Boyer before the pit stop cycle. What happened to him? Because then Joey Logano is now up here. Chris Buescher's in 13th. Wait, do we already hit 10 to go? No, this is 10 to go, right? This time by.
10 to go.
Yep. Alright, 10 to go. Eric Jones is looking for his first win, because I made the comment, I don't remember ever seeing Eric Jones in the lead in any of my championship mode races. This is literally a first for me. David coming out from his slumber saying, "Don't pass him, Jones."
Clear right.
Major loose moment right there. That just shows how much I'm pushing, though. Dude, and Eric Jones is gaining on me, running the wall. Get out of here with that. What's up, Cameron? How are you doing today? I'm doing really good. Thanks for asking, man. You came in at just the right time. Less than 10 to go. So, I swear to God, if a caution comes out, though, if a caution comes out, I'm gonna be mad, because I literally had that strategy in order to be the lucky dog. Now here we are. I spent over, what, 30 laps in the lucky dog spot? Didn't get a caution. But now here we are with 7 to go. Because, you know, leaders, or 1 lap down. Good, just watching the election. Ooh, spicy. Why watch the election? You can watch me. I don't know. I got stressed watching the election. I'm doing both. Yeah, we're not gonna get political. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and just be like, oh well, one of them won. All right, I don't think Eric Jones is gonna pass us. Famous last words. By God, is that Eric Jones' theme music? So 5 to go this time. I swear to God, chat, I can feel a caution. I can feel this green-white checkered coming out. Because if a caution comes out now, it's a green-white checkered. I can feel it in my bones. And I can feel that I'm gonna get screwed out of a lucky dog. I can feel it, chat. I can feel it. I can smell it. You smell that? Cue Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer, I need you. Well, it looks like Eric Jones is free now. He's free of Logano's and Chris Bush's terror. 2 to go this time by? Yeah. Honestly, no, because I lost my sense of smell. Well, that's not good. That goes back to what we were talking about originally.
2 laps left. Stay calm.
But yeah, you smell that, chat? Well, actually, 2 to go. 2 to go for us. And Eric Jones will take the white next time. So, literally, unless a caution comes out right now. Right now. Right now.
Bring it home.
Nope. Okay. Race ends. Oh, that was checked for him. Oh, never mind. Rip. Man, I wish I could count. Alright, well, Eric Jones wins his first race ever on stream. Damn. That's number 6 in top 10 things you like to see. But, yeah, we get screwed out of a lucky dog, but you know what?
Top 20. That's worth a few points.
Kentucky's not my best track. I'll take 11th. 105 speed rating, nice. I'm definitely okay with that, honestly. So even though we got P11 there, 105 speed rating still says that we were fast. All right, let's see here. So Matt, oh, okay. So even if a caution came out, Matt Kenseth got lapped again. So okay. You know what? That makes me feel better. That makes me feel better about myself. That, you know, even though we were that we lost 10th, we were still not going to get the lucky dog because Matt Kenseth got lapped again. Wow, but Eric Jones, though, good race, man. Good race. Brad Keselowski comes back to a 3rd place finish. Matt Kenseth has a top 10, man. I wish that would actually happen in real life, but, you know, whatever. Joey 2 laps down. What in tarnation? Kevin Harvick 2 laps down. Well, I mean, I guess that's nothing new, especially for nowadays. Corey LaJoie, though, coming out of nowhere to finish 15th. Christopher Bell, 19th. Ryan Newman, coming into this race, was, I think, 2nd or 3rd in points, and he finished top 20. Championship implications. I almost said incantations. I'm just like, that's not right at all. Any other surprises down here? Brandon Gaughan finished inside the top 30, so that's good for him. Other than that, only DNF was Michael McDowell, but nothing of value was lost. Yeah, Harvick has really fallen off recently. He should just retire. Nah, he has, I think, 2 more years on his contract. All right, let's check out these points. And nothing changed, I guess. Oh. Harvick not making the final 4. I know, right? Damn. Well, it looks like we're kind of just stuck in the middle of Nowheresville. Because in the past 3 races, well, 4 races now, we had 2 DNFs, which really hurt our points. But look at how tight that is. Like, what is that? Do I see 1, 2? Do I see 2 ties? 4th and 5th are tied. And then you have 7th and 8th that are tied. What in tarnation? Oh my god. Alright, Cameron, have a great rest of the night, my guy. Fastest lap goes to Ryan Blaney. We were 2/10 away from that. Brack is lap. Oh my god, yet again. He leads the most laps and doesn't lead the final one. Eric Almiroli basically has his starting position, and Ryan Newman, yeah. Have a good rest of the night, man. Damn. I didn't lose a spot. I didn't change nor lose a spot. I just... Ugh. It just kind of happened, man. It just kind of happened. But you know what? Yeah, as long as we just put more finishes in like that, you know, we will do better. And New Hampshire for Cup is really good for us. So that'll be a good race. But yeah, currently though, that 0 wins right there is kind of holding me up. I mean, we gotta break into that at some point. But yeah, chat, let me show you the settings I was running with. Like I said, going through all this is our usual settings here. Infrequent mechanical failures, only 2 cautions throughout that entire race. Basically, we're running with no draft because we were on the lowest settings, because we don't like the package that is currently being run, and we do like the amount of emphasis that we can put on our... Well, we have to run fast in order to be fast, so that's why we turn to lowest draft. Of course, no driving aids, so auto, because it makes it actually harder to shift through the gears. That's why we got so loose coming into the pits on that final stop. And then, of course, all this stuff here. 105 difficulty. Enable DNFs. We could have DNF'd at any point throughout that entire race. 267 laps. Finish it all. 100% race length, of course. Normal. Strict yellow, but only 2 cautions that entire race. And single stage, quick qualify. In terms of, like I said, I actually never show my controller settings, but you guys actually brought it up. Literally pure default. Nothing's changed. Straight down the middle. I know I probably can go faster. If I actually adjust it, but for the time being, I am on straight up default. So yeah. And in terms of points, like I said, I saw 2 ties. I saw 2 ties with Martin Truex Jr. only having a 4-point gap, steering one to the left. I know, right? I know, name a more NASCAR thing right there. Steering all the way to the left. Arrgh. Yeah, Martin Truex Jr., 4 points to the good over Denny Hamlin. And then you have me down here. You have a tie right here, 339 for 4th and 5th, and then a tie right here for 7th and 8th. What? And then you have me down here just in the middle of Nowheresville with Ryan Blaney and Alex Bowman in 10th and 11th. Oh my god. But we have New Hampshire on the docket next, but that will be a race for a different day. For the Foxwoods Resort and Casino, sorry, respect the pronouns, 301. But yeah, race for a different day.